What's up? Welcome to the Black Barbershop. It's your boy Gotti. Got my nigga Ace Boogie up in here. What's the deal, my nigga Ace?
What's the deal?
And welcome back on this great Taco Tuesday. It's your boy Gotti, man, and we checking in with y'all. We got a special guest today. We got my boy Alton up in this bitch. My nigga Alton up in here, though. You feel me? We about to give my nigga all the praise he deserved, man. He a young black man. You feel me? From Baldwin, from the village. I'm gonna say from the village. That's how we gonna put it, like the village. My nigga out here, he fresh back from Morehouse University. My boy has a bachelor's degree, man. Let's give my nigga a round of applause for that. Let's start off like that with my boy getting a round of applause.
Morehouse. That's dope. That's dope as fuck.
On me. And let him know what you do, man. Let my nigga Alton let y'all know what he do.
What's up, y'all? My name Alton Petrie, also known as the Jungle Alligator, which is my Instagram. But yeah, man. I was raised by my grandmother. You know, I wasn't able to live with my mom because, you know, she was addicted to drugs. Grew up in the jungles, Baldwin Village. It really wasn't until like middle school, for real, that I really got exposed and first introduced to like gang culture, because my grandma did a good job of, let's say, sheltering me. Not even sheltering me, but just keeping me involved in, you know, programs like sports and after school and everything academic. You know, so by the time I got to like, I guess, the streets or whatever, you know, I feel like I had that childhood foundation. But yeah, man, I ended up getting locked up 2 months before my high school graduation for a robbery I didn't commit.
On me, man. I was like free to homie.
They just came and kidnapped me, man. Everybody was like, I was here today, gone tomorrow, you know?
Right.
But yeah, man, I got locked up for a robbery I didn't even commit. That one robbery turned into 4 other robberies, an attempted murder charge, and I already had like several gang injunction cases where they just literally lock you up for walking down the street with your friend, you know? Yeah, I was locked up for 2 years fighting my fitness. They was trying to try me as an adult, you know, because the crime happened when I was 17. They offered me all these different plea bargains. I had an alibi. I was at night school when the incident happened, but they still tried to, you know, convict me. And so I got my GED and my high school diploma while I was in juvenile hall. I was housed in something called the compound. It's like a jail within the jail. It's where all the youth who were being tried as adults in LA County were housed. I done been there with 12, 13-year-olds get 300 years, 8 months, and 13 days. Like
300 years?
Bro.
Damn. All in one little section, right?
Kids,
the fuck they do?
Bro, kids. Probably murder. Oftentimes, they weren't even the shooter, and they still get that much time. It's sad, bro.
That's crazy.
And so this what I was faced against. Although I'm innocent, this is the system I'm up against. You feel me? And so, yeah, long story short, they offered me all these different plea bargains. On my last court date, they offered me a year in the strike, or I'm sent to adult court where I face 46 years of life. So it's like, what do? Do you take this year knowing you innocent?
Right.
And you already been in there 2 years, knowing that even though you're innocent, most people, 90% of people in my situation, going to get washed up?
Right.
Or do you take that risk and be like, what would y'all have done?
I would have took the deal.
I'm going to fight the case.
All right.
And that's just because of the type of background I'm from. You feel me? Like, I'm not finna take, and then that's the type of person I stand on. I'm not finna take no deal for something I didn't do.
Right. And so,
but then it's like 46 versus 1. It's like, if you go and they already trying to stick you with some shit that you clearly didn't do,
on the juvenile level,
but they clearly trying to stick you with it, and it's like you gambling with your life as opposed to the year. Was like, I can do this year, I can get out, and I can still make something of myself.
Well,
but that strike too, though. That's what.
Right, with the strike. I mean, strike is a strike.
Yeah, that's
why I was just saying
strike too.
I was just saying today is like about the Khalid Browder story. It was like nothing has ever made me cry in life like watching that shit.
Bro, you know what's funny?
That was the worst shit I ever seen in my life.
I still ain't seen it.
I ain't gonna hold you. One part got to me where his mom, it showed her commute to visit him. She's had to get on buses and just trains and things of that nature. And that honestly reminded me of my grandmother coming to see me. I swear a tear came to my eye. I'm like, But yeah, man, so fast forward. I said, F you. I'm not taking that deal. You know, I had 2 of the homies, Big Boy and Montel. They testified on my behalf.
Your alibi was too strong, though. Honest to God, that's what it was. Your alibi was too strong.
My night school teacher wrote a a letter saying I was present. She gave the official roster with my hand signature. They were trying to say, is it possible someone could have signed it for me?
Right.
Did she see it? Because the crime happened like minutes away, so they were trying to allege that, it's possible I could have got a pass to go to the bathroom and went and did the robbery, return. They just literally trying to wash you up. And
like somebody really gonna do that shit.
And every time I was arrested in the jungles for gang injunction, 9 times out of 10 was by these same 2 police officers, Alcarez and Gomez. And their name was on this paperwork of how my name even got up in this, And so, but yeah, so fast forward, man, I said I'm not taking that year, And so my friends testified on my behalf. The night school teacher testified. The detective knew nothing. And I had a graduation ceremony. I was the only kid in the facility that had his high school diploma. There were a few people who had their GED, but not the high school diploma. I had both. And my lawyer was like, read your graduation speech to your lawyer at the court date. I did it. Literally, my judge cried. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm up out of here. You feel me?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, sorry, you still lost your fitness. Go to adult court. I remember returning to the unit. Everybody like, you stupid, you dumb.
Yeah, you should have taken the deal. Yep.
Wow, bro.
But that was the risk I was willing to take,
right,
to earn my freedom. And also my mentality was, although I was innocent of the crime, I was guilty of the lifestyle. I could have easily got caught up with something I had done or participated in or even knew of. But this was literally like, I knew nothing, so I feel like God put me in a position that allowed me to get locked up for something I didn't do just because I was headed down that path. And it's like, if I pass this test, he just gonna bless me. And I feel like I passed that test, and I've just been truly blessed ever since, man.
And I think that's what touched me so much about the Khalif Browder situation is because, like you said, I wasn't, like, based off of what you said, I wasn't expecting you to say that, I didn't take the deal. I was expecting you to say that you took the deal, just knowing the background about you, and you just got a degree and all that.
You here?
Exactly,
you
took the deal. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why it touched me so much is because I know most people in that position wouldn't do that, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
I just told you I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I would have took the deal. You get what I'm saying?
And
take the fucking year.
And this is not even including what you're experiencing or going through while you on the inside. I'm from jungles.
Right.
Everywhere I go, you run into so-called enemies, it's like, it's on, wherever, So it's like, how do you also beat this system while within the system you're facing other,
politics for real.
Yeah, so it's like, these are things you battling, but fortunately, man, this organization I was part of called Inside Our Writers, they was there for me, man, and it was just a creative writing program. Mentors would come and, be teachers for us. And when you're in that position, writing is, it's essential, man. But, yeah, so they sent me to adult court, and within 3 days, man, they threw my case out. And, man, you don't know how I felt. You feel me? And so I came home, got involved with organizations like Inside Our Writers. They have an alumni program where, honestly, they literally, like, held our hand, like, hey, these are things you need to do. And me, I took it and run with it. So I checked into school. Went to LA Valley College for journalism. I got a job working for LA County Parks and Rec. I was doing a lot of community events like speaking engagements, sharing my story, advocating for a lot of these bills that that's really been allowing, people to come home now.
Right.
So we literally walk in the state capitol, speaking with legislators and lawmakers, sharing our stories, say, hey, this is who I was, this is what happened to me, but this is what I'm doing now. I'm working in school, because they have this perception, the young black kids, is that once you commit a crime, you're defined by that crime the rest of your life. You a thug, you a gangster, you never can change. But that's not true. You feel me? We just need the same resources as our counterparts. You feel me?
For sure.
And so, but yeah, so man, I came home. I applied to Morehouse. Everybody, family, strangers, friends was telling me, hey man, you should go to Morehouse. You should go to Morehouse. And I remember Zeke went to Morehouse, so that played a role. Then Martin Luther King, that's all you had to tell me. It was Martin Luther King graduated from there, and I got denied my first year, man. I waited a whole another year, applied again. I was just adamant about getting in. And I got in. And I spent 5.5 years as a transfer student, bro. But I had no support. No, I take that back. I had lots of support. I take that back. But coming from where I come from, I didn't really have no family financial support, should I say. So
that's what stopped me from going to college was the financial support that I felt like I didn't have because I got accepted to Grambling.
Mm-hmm.
And
Shout
so
out
I'm
to
like,
Grambling. Yes, sir.
I'm about to go all the way out here.
Yeah.
and I just felt like I didn't have the financial support
Yeah.
that I
That
probably would have
tuition,
needed to go to another state.
that tuition hit different out of state, boy.
Yeah.
Listen
and
to
so,
me.
And our tuition is $50,000 a year. 47,500 to be exact. And I'm there 5 years. So just imagine, man, you know how many GoFundMe's I made? Everybody talk about me. Oh, another GoFundMe. Are you donating?
Mhm.
Right,
Are
for
you
sure.
assisting? Are you helping?
For sure.
Well, I don't want to hear it. You feel me? So
Right.
while you laughing at me, fundraising, I'm paying these racks to go to school. You feel me?
Right,
Hey, I'm
right.
sorry I only gave you $10 each time, but you feel me? That's all a nigga had,
Hey,
bro.
that's all that matter,
On
bro.
me.
You feel me? So, I'm gonna wrap it up so we can get to the rest of the parts of the show.
Nah,
But
bro,
yeah,
take your time. Take your time.
So when I
People want to hear this.
So now that when I got the Morehouse, my mentality was, I got to travel the world. I live in LA where we socialize and condition to be fearful and limited to even, you go down the street, that's the 40s, that's
Right.
the West Boulevards, that's
No,
I
real-
can't be here. It's
real
2
steep.
minutes away. So once I just knew they had study abroad trips, and I'm
Right.
like, what? I'm going on study abroad trips. I go across the world, got my passport. Man, I done been to Brazil. I never paid for none of the trips I went on. I either
Damn.
got scholarships or through GoFundMe.
Right.
And I was a journalism minor, so I used to get journalism scholarships. So when I went to Cuba, first place I went was Brazil. I was there for a month. We studied there. I studied Portuguese. We studied the history. Second, I went to Cuba for a week, and I interviewed some Cubans. I interviewed their reactions to seeing Black Americans, because everywhere we went, they just loved us. They like, you're from America, you're from America.
Right.
The
That's in
common
Cuba.
theme was they love us and they hate Trump.
Yeah.
Right.
For real, and this was right after Fidel Castro had passed away. And then I was fortunate to go to Liberia, West Africa, the motherland. You feel me? A brother man in the motherland. And that was just, I had the most fun in Brazil, but I would credit Liberia as the best trip because they don't get better than the motherland.
Hey, you became a man when you left there, bro. On me, I
Yeah.
seen a different Alton when you
Yeah.
came from Africa. Like the shit you was posting, the way you was
Yeah.
carrying yourself. Like, bro took your journalism more serious too. I started
Yeah.
to see you post more on the. You actually interviewed me. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like you was taking shit
That
serious.
was when I was at Valley College.
Yeah.
That's 2013. That was before Morehouse.
Yeah, and I'm saying you started to take your critiquing differently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I started to see your mindset change. I started
Yeah.
seeing your media company become more,
Yeah.
visible.
Yeah.
Like you started to really carry yourself entrepreneur wise.
Right.
So yeah, go ahead.
And so while I was at Morehouse, that's why I was just doing photography. But I was still doing journalism, but I was like a columnist for other publications and contributors. But then it came to a point, I'm like, I need my own thing. So I turned my photography. I was doing that for a few years, then I just switched that page over to literally just news. It just went from photography to news in like a
Right.
week. Then I created a new page for my photography to separate it, But yeah, man, and I had got 3 or 4 interviews with CNN, didn't get none of them. So I feel like I'm my own CNN now.
As
feel
you
me?
should. As you should.
And so, and I've been doing things like this for a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's only gonna get better. But at the same time, I want to create that platform to tell these other stories from the real narrative, from our narrative, but also a narrative that's the truth. Because you already know how the mass media is, man. We ain't even got to get into that. But it's like when a lot of people come to my page and they be like, man, I seen this on 3 or 4 other blogs or websites, but
Right.
you had the full video plus
You constructed
you
it
had the
perfectly
quotes,
for people
you
that
had
had
the-
that comprehension.
Yeah, so you gonna come to my page and you gonna see what's real. I try not to post things unless I had the facts, unless it's just something that's just hot.
Right.
I just gotta get it
Yeah.
out, and we'll find out the facts.
Plug
later.
your page real quick. Let
Yeah.
everybody follow you on your page. I need to get that shit.
Jungletography, JUNGLETOGRAPHY, and then my photography page is Jungletography 5th. But it's in the bio. But yeah, check us out, man. Subscribe to my blog on my website. In not the last 30 months, but between June and July,
Right.
but a 30-day period within that time, I done received over 350,000 new users on my website. Like I've been breaking stories where it's like I'm the first one to report on it, at least for the streets,
Right.
should I say.
Right. I
Right.
think I'm hanging on over here to something you just said. It's crazy because in this past year I've been doing a little bit of traveling, and traveling is honestly the best education
Yeah.
that you can have. is actually traveling the world and seeing shit and talking to people over there. But the one thing that I'm stuck on that you said is I never heard nobody really break it down like that. It's like, and what a lot of people that didn't grow up where we grew up don't understand, it's like, growing up in L.A., you fucking scared to go down the street.
Literally.
Like 2 minutes down the street
Yeah.
because you running into somebody that don't get along with the neighborhood that you from.
Yeah.
You know
Whether
what I'm saying?
you gangbang or not. It's
Yeah,
like you have to worry about
and
it.
and it's really like the worst shit, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like that mentality, it actually programs us, and that's why we don't have a lot of people that come from where we come from that been nowhere. Right. That's why when we go somewhere, we gotta act the ass because it's like, you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to show my people back home that this is what's popping and not that.
And to that point, when I came home, I would like I got my Instagram. I used to post pictures of everything, literally everything. Like things we post on our story now is what I was posting like on my regular post. But people was always looking at me sideways like, why you want a picture every time you do something? Or when we go somewhere in front of this building, take a picture of this food. I document everything I do, and really it was in hopes. I mean, really the reason for it was like, man, I'm from the jungles. I just beat a life sentence. I just was on a panel with a police chief and a congressman.
Right.
What? I'm posting this. The homies need to see this.
Right.
I mean, when I first came home, when I found out I was getting released, I wrote a poem called "Free at Last," and when I came home, the nonprofit I was with, IOW, Inside Our Writers, they did a collaboration with the LA Opera. They composed my writing piece into a musical and performed it at the Juvenile Hall, at Central Juvenile Hall, the one Juvenile Hall was locked up in. And that was to the kids there though. And that shit was powerful, you know.
That's huge.
And so
shout out to Moni, she up in this thing.
Yes, sir. And so damn. What was I saying? So I wrote this poem, and I remember I posted a picture. I was getting interviewed by this white reporter, and then the homie was like, "Oh, nigga snitching."
Right.
And I'm like, obviously he joking, but it's like, but these are things I dealt with early.
That's a real thought.
But I don't care.
Right.
I don't care. What? I'm posting me in the suit. Now all I'm posting is me in the suit.
Right.
And honestly, what I was doing, I just grew to love it. My organization, they really just like threw us in the fire of, you know, really just being vulnerable and share our stories. And I kind of just excelled at it, man. And when we was going to these events, I'm networking. You know, I'm developing personal relationships. And so that led to just later down the line when I need support for school. Yeah. You know, it's like your network is your net worth. You feel me?
This story is like, it's so crazy to me. Like,
it's funny because I just seen him like grow.
This is one of the best stories I ever fucking heard in my life. Honestly,
y'all gonna mess around and don't do none of the parts.
That's
of
what I said. We not even getting to that shit because, but it's a good thing.
Because this some real shit. And then what's really crazy that I'm thinking about right now is just the idea that like, the growth of the jungles, the niggas that I know that, you know, obviously we grew up with.
Right.
Niggas is
what I was about to say.
Niggas is doing what you doing now. You feel me? Like, you feel me? The homies is doing what you doing. They going different places.
And I don't want to take credit for that.
Yeah, but I'm just speaking in reference to like, you at least have them understand like,
it's possible.
It's more out there and it's possible. You feel me?
And you know what I like about it? Everybody that you done brung in here from that section, everybody is doing something to give back.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's really why I created Jungletography. Was initially I need to, like, I have a lot of friends that do music, they're in school, whatever they doing, they're aspiring or they're doing it. And so I wanted to create that platform, you know, for whatever going on in the jungles, or it's an event. The homie Twine for the Cowboys, he did the first annual community day, you know, I'm reporting on these things.
Right, that's hard.
Yeah, and it's to the point I'm writing the full article in 5 minutes, just typing on my phone. Like, I remember somebody called me, was like, "Dang, that just happened. You already got a whole article?" I'm like, really? I wasn't fast enough. I was supposed to post that 45 minutes ago. You feel me?
Yeah.
But really, I'm at the point where now I need a team because it's literally just me, and it just be so much going on. It's like I need to be covering it at all. Real soon, I'm going to be putting out a request for some interns, man. I ain't got enough money to pay y'all yet, but we gonna get there. You feel me?
For real, man. But we appreciate you sharing your story. But
that was dope.
Just to close out, man, let them know what your degree is and where you graduated from.
So I have a Bachelor of Arts in Sociology, and I minored in journalism, and I graduated from Morehouse College.
Hey.
My degree say class of 2019. No, I didn't get the loan forgiveness from the billionaire who paid off everybody's loans. long story short, I didn't pass one class that made me miss it, but still class of 2020. Who knows?
Right.
Somebody might pay off all our loans this year, and all the other black colleges going to be mad again because we get all the bread they think.
Nah, that's what's up, man.
Righteous.
But nah, man, we appreciate you sharing your story, man. That we needed to hear that. That's really what it was.
That was like a 30-minute introduction.
Right, man.
We need more of them.
But honestly, when I get feedback like this, that's really what make me continue. Cause
that's definitely inspiring,
really
bro.
Impacted, man.
Yeah, that's definitely inspiring.
But nah, man, we finna get into
Let's do it.
We finna get into one of our segment, Who Needs a Lineup. We're going to keep it pretty short because I know some people tuned in for the topic of discussion tonight, which is what is a good baby daddy. We're going to get into that, man. So, yeah, first I want to talk about Kanye West. How y'all feel about Kanye, man? Lineup, no lineup? I'm going to give Kanye a lineup this time.
He need a whole haircut. He need a whole new head.
He said, I made Jesus walks. I'm never going to hell.
Right.
I can't line Ye up. I gotta listen to what he's saying, man.
He made a statement and he said Harriet Tubman did not free any slaves.
Right.
So how you feel about that statement? Because that's more.
We gotta look at it like this. And I'm not saying she didn't, bro. But who are we hearing the story of Harriet Tubman from?
Well, it's actually
the same people that gave us the rest of our history.
It's actually that's
documented though.
It's it's documented. Like she was doing the work of soldiers. She was going out and she was actually bringing people back to Albany, New York. So it's documented. You feel me? So I don't take, and it was actually a black, owner that she was working for under. So I have to give it to her that was really.
I
happening.
think the most important thing is just not to cut nobody off or just write them off because they say one thing that we don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? Is I try to hear everybody out.
My boy love Ye. That's what it is, man.
I do love Ye.
Are we gonna?
I hope he get off of what he owns.
Yeah, he gotta get off
because it looked like he really going through something.
Can I say something on that though? So, do y'all follow Reza Islam?
I do.
Yeah, I do.
All right, so.
Yeah, his post was perfect. I like what he said.
If I could just reiterate it real quick, Kanye is true. Kanye said Harriet Tubman didn't free any slaves. She just sent them to work for other white people. So these white people he's referring to are, the slavery abolitionists, the activists, who many of them were white. And so technically at that time, blacks weren't allowed to have businesses.
Right.
You're a slave. You're a nigga. You're a Negro.
Right.
And so it's like, yeah, they went to work for these white people, but at least they were free, and now they were getting paid for their skill and labor as opposed to working against their will for nothing.
And getting their ass beat.
So I feel like that's the only difference.
I forgot who I was talking to recently, and they was telling me a story about their great-grandmother. Yeah. And how when a great-grandmother went to work in the field, she was free, right? When she went to work in the fields, they would promise her certain wages, but wouldn't abide by that promise that they made them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They did all that foul.
You get what I'm saying?
It wasn't no HR. That's what it was.
So it's like, that's still a slave. You just not getting your ass whooped, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Who knows?
Well, for better lack of words, we're gonna say that's a indentured server.
I mean,
that's what it'll be.
Yeah,
that's what they like to. That's what they put in the
but
history books.
you got a lot of people that's free today, bro.
Right.
That's still slaves. They wake up and they go and do some shit that they hate every fucking day. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like when a nigga say some shit like that, it's always a deeper meaning behind what he's saying. Yeah. And it don't always come off right.
Right.
Bro, you love Ye, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm saying, I say the same shit about Trump sometimes.
No,
Trump say a lot of shit that don't come off right.
I'm saying, but that shit wrong.
Yeah. But deeper than that, he's definitely, in my opinion, he's suffering and experiencing a mental breakdown of some sort, and it needs to be addressed.
What if it's some truth to all the shit that he's saying, like about his
believe
wife and that his family is trying to call the people and trying to get him in some institution?
I don't doubt it at all.
They probably talked to him about it. I believe that they have talked to him about
said
it.
Everybody know the movie Get Out was about me.
Yeah. And then, we're going to go into the next topic of discussion. Who needs a lineup? Nick Cannon, D. Wade, and Allen Iverson. They all apologized on the basis of not wanting to be seen as Jew haters. That's how I say it. Because Nick Cannon as you know, made a statement about the melanin of white people and black people and talked about the natural habitat and psychology of white people and how they react to certain situations compared to black people. And he said that black people are only barbaric by nature because we have to protect our families, but white people are naturally and I guess they're psychos, bro. That's pretty much what he said.
They're savages and
yeah,
animals.
they're savages and animals.
I really wish he wouldn't apologize for that, bro.
So we gonna give him a lineup for apologizing? That's the real question here.
Do we get a lineup for apologizing?
Does he get a lineup for apologizing?
Yeah, he need a lineup for
After
apologizing.
deep thought and going back and forth with a couple people on this topic, I'm going to give Nick a lineup. I'm not going to write him off. And I'm not going to call Nick a sellout.
But you going to give him a lineup.
I love Nick, yeah. But
I
got to give him a lineup because I just wish that he would have pushed forward with the demands that he had about fully owning his brand.
What he said.
Yeah. Stand on your shit, bro.
What about AI and D-Wade? AI actually spoke on it, and he said
I'm
that...
not even up on them, too.
Yes,
I didn't even know.
Allen Iverson actually made a statement that he didn't agree with everything that Nick Cannon said because he thinks that all white people are not the same.
Allen Iverson said that?
Allen Iverson said it, and D-Wade actually made a statement because he made a quick statement right after he saw the video and said, "We stand with you, Nick." And people were saying,
"Oh, and they got on him."
Yeah,
so
they got on him and they said, "Why would you even make a tweet like that?" And he has to explain himself why he made that statement.
Nick got on. D-Wade got on him first.
D-Wade
then came back. And
he
said
got on the bandwagon when Nick made the video. Then when Nick apologized, D-Wade also had to apologize. Well, he did apologize because people were saying that he was also a Jew hater.
I ain't rolling with nothing D-Wade.
You know what I hope? I just wish that us as black people, as a race and community, that whenever we feel something that someone say or deem it as just bad or we just don't agree with it, I wish we could cancel and fire people like that.
Right.
It's like, oh, you said what? Cancel, fire, everybody get them. But that don't happen with us.
I mean,
we don't have that power.
In this instance, who would you do that to?
Like in terms of,
who would you cancel? Yeah.
I mean, off the top of my head, nobody.
I'm saying in this situation that we talking about right now,
like
with Nick Cannon and AI and D-Wade, who would be?
I wouldn't cancel Nick.
Right. I'm canceling D-Wade's
D-Wade, yeah. He gotta
because he came out against Nick first, right?
Yeah.
No,
he was standing with him.
Standing with Nick.
Because I know he came out and apologized and said I spoke too soon.
Right.
Yeah,
I didn't really know what was going on.
But he came out and said we stand with you, Nick. So he was with Nick. But then he had to do the same separation Nick did, pretty much.
Yeah, I ain't want nothing D-Wade do.
All right, so getting into our topic, we actually gonna have our last person who needs a lineup. Moneybag. He actually bought his girl a Lamborghini Ari, which used to be G Herbo's baby mama. Well, I mean his wife. I mean his girl, but it's his baby mama. What should you be giving your baby mama in that sense? I feel like this is where we're going to get to that conversation of what's a good baby daddy. So I'm going to pose this question to both of y'all. Do y'all think that he was wrong for giving Ari a Lambo truck?
Wait, I'm sorry. Clarify. Ari is his...
Ari is Money's bag new girl.
Okay, but
and his baby
G
mama... And it's G Herbo baby mama.
Okay, got it.
So long story short is...
But her and G Herbo not together.
G Herbo not with her no more. Okay. G Herbo is actually with Fabulous stepdaughter.
Okay.
So long story short...
Fuck.
Yeah, it's just some crazy shit. But
I try not to get too caught up in all that.
Yeah, but I'm only asking y'all.
Crazy,
do you think that a man is wrong for buying his new girl a truck and just paying his regular child support to his baby mama?
No, of course not at all.
What the fuck?
You said nah, both of y'all?
Of course not.
No,
okay.
That's your girlfriend. It don't matter who she was with prior to you.
That's what I'm saying. He lay down with her every night.
That could be like a shot. Like, oh, it's my girl now. Watch this. You know, it could have been a publicity stunt or just something to make himself look good.
But he's saying as far as like, if you do that for your new girlfriend, what should the baby mama be getting?
Yeah, what should the baby mama be getting?
Oh.
You think she's just getting regular?
They need a jet.
The baby mama need a jet?
if the girl getting the Lamborghini, that's the mother of your child.
Explain this.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand because we trying to figure out.
Because we come.
I mean, this just maybe I'm not
understanding
it right, but I'm just.
Okay,
I just think if you had to put one up against another, the the baby mama is above the girlfriend, because even if you're with the girlfriend currently, this other woman is the mother of your child.
Shout out to Moni.
Yeah. Hey, and I just want to say this too. When we talk about baby mama and baby daddy,
right,
that's negative connotation to me. That automatically categorizes you as in the nigga category. Oh, that's nigga shit.
Okay, so give us some game real quick.
Why once you get, like, if I get my girl pregnant right now, or not me, but in general, like, once they get that girl pregnant, or most time it don't even be that girl. It just be somebody that has sex with whatever night. As soon as they pregnant, oh, that's my baby mama. So right there, you starting off on the wrong foot. That's the mother of your child. She really should be your wife prior to that. But why you already...
But not in all instances.
Yeah.
Not in all instances.
Not all instances what?
Because you just said it could just be somebody that you just had sex with.
Right, but whoever it is,
the homie ain't got kids. That's why I thought this topic is gonna be interesting.
Hey, I was thinking before we came here, like, how the fuck are we gonna answer this? Like, I don't know what the fuck to say about this.
On the way here, I was gonna say that first too. Like, I just want to clarify, I have no kids, so.
All right, so
hey, my nigga.
Okay, so the reason why this is about to be a big discussion is because I know you don't have kids, so I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay,
what is a good father figure to, or whatever you might, because you said you don't want to use baby daddy,
right?
So, but I'm gonna pose that question because that's what we said,
right?
What is a good baby daddy? Because I actually
was feeling like we need to have some girls on here, like, in order to, like, somebody need to call in or something, because
for sure,
I really don't know what to say. I feel like I'm a great baby daddy.
Nah, but I want to hear what. The only reason why I said like that because I want to hear from him because he don't have no kids. So like, what do he think?
I'm from the outside.
He can only say so much.
Yeah, but I would love. But
if you don't got no kids and you don't know what going on in nobody else's household, you know what I'm saying?
I have a sister who got 6 kids with 6 different men.
Yeah, but
sorry, sis, if you hear that, I mean.
Yeah, but
I think my wife was wide open, like, oh shit.
I'm sorry. Hey, all right, I put it on my mind. In my mind.
Nah, but you got to think about it like this. When I'm asking him this question, because like he actually has goals on what he want to be as a father.
Right.
So I'm asking him, what does it mean to be a a good father?
All right, so
that's what I want to hear his.
All right, I just play devil's advocate a lot.
Right.
But so when I hear what's a good, well, this is me being a journalist and just it's really baby's daddy apostrophe S, but whatever. So when I hear baby's daddy or baby's whatever, you feel me? Automatically, I assume you're not currently with that person.
Right.
So you automatically distinguish that, hey, you're not my girlfriend or my wife, you just my baby mama.
Yeah.
You feel me? But anyway, when I hear of a baby's daddy, father of child, whatever, it's a man who first and foremost takes care of his child. You know, you're there not only financially, but you're there for them. You're there for them morally, you know, and in every other aspect. I think a good baby's daddy is someone who's try to. I think one of their main priorities should be to make the baby's mama happy, because you know we had this negative history.
What the fuck?
That's deep. Let him talk.
We had this negative history of, like, I know people, they can't go see their kids, or they go see their kid, they waiting outside for 2 hours for them to pull up because the baby mama is just, you know,
tripping.
She tripping. You feel me? So I feel like it's like when you go to a place of business, you treat the secretary like shit or whoever. It's like, yeah, you want to see the boss, but you need to be developing good relationships with these gatekeepers. You feel me? You need to be in good with the custodian or secretary, because they're they gonna tell you, oh yeah, the boss not here. The boss back there chilling.
Right.
So it's like the mother of the child is the gateway for you to provide for your kid. So if you don't treat her happy, whether if you're with her
but
or
she
not,
doesn't. But she doesn't have to be. And I think
she doesn't have to be what?
She doesn't have to be the gatekeeper of you taking care of your child.
Right. But how can you take care of him if she's not allowing to? She's keeping you away from him. She never brings him around.
Right. But then that's when
trying to fight for custody herself.
And that's what I'm saying. That's when I think too much power is given to only the woman. Right. Where it's like as if the father is not a parent at all. Right. It's almost like I'm at your mercy.
Right.
Think about what you just said.
Right.
And think about if you run into a woman that's really trying to control your every move, right, because she knows she has a child by you.
Right.
Now you're at her mercy. It's like,
right,
okay, I have to wait on you.
Right.
I have to move like this
Right.
so you won't get angry and keep my daughter away from
Right.
But it really don't have nothing, all of that extra stuff really don't have nothing to do with the kid.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And that's why you got to play the game. It's like if you know that, you could take the other route, which is stand up for yourself, and which is honestly the route I would probably
I think that's
take.
how a lot of us think. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and you got to break that way of thinking.
So I got a question for you, bro.
Because some of these women don't want to. They not interested in
All right, so
getting
let's go
along.
back to the root. Let's go back to the root. You need to know the people you're having sex with.
Nah, that's facts. But let's
No.
I got a question for him. Let me ask him this question before you go into that.
If you're having sex with people who, honestly, you got it.
Go ahead, because I'm gonna ask you a question because I want you to kind of think.
I just feel like this is just the mature Alton. You know, of course, now when I'm a teenager, young, but I feel like, yeah, a lot of people use sex for recreational purposes. You know, you're just going out with the homies. I'm just trying to hit something, whatever. But honestly, all in all, on some real black men shit, you shouldn't be having sex with no women who isn't a potential wife.
I hear you.
I 100% agree with you. And that's what I had to say to myself because I was in a situation where I was with my girl for 7 years, and then we had a kid or whatnot.
Right.
But I had to really tell myself, like, you know what, that was an error on your part because if you felt like you couldn't marry this girl, then you definitely shouldn't have been having a kid by her.
Exactly.
That's what I told myself.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
That's what it boiled down to, in my
That's
opinion.
what it does. It really does.
Because a
really
lot of
does.
times you having these one night stands or just these flings with just, you know, that's just my side chick, whatever the case may be. Then they end up getting pregnant.
I disagree with both of y'all, and I'm
All
gonna
right,
tell
let's
you
hear
why.
your point.
How the fuck could you disagree with me, my nigga?
I'm
I
your
what the fuck did I
co-host.
say? Yeah, what
because y'all both said that you should be having sex with somebody that is a potential
No.
wife.
I don't agree with that.
No,
I don't agree with that.
I'm just saying, that's what
What I'm saying is
black men.
having sex and having a kid is two totally different things.
Yeah, but I'm
You
saying,
shouldn't
But
be
having
having a
sex
kid
leads to having a
by
kid.
anybody that you don't potentially see yourself marrying.
Right.
I don't
Or
agree.
it's not even
It go
potentially.
back to sex, because sex leads to you having a kid.
But not always.
I don't
Niggas
agree.
been having sex for a long time.
I
bro.
don't agree.
And when people get pregnant is when, I ain't gonna lie, some intentional shit happen.
Right.
But
During sex, some intentional shit happen, and that's when people get pregnant.
but hold on, let me tell y'all why I disagree.
I don't believe in accidents.
Let me tell you why I disagree.
You know to
I
have a
personally-
condom on or not?
I personally feel like when you're in a relationship with somebody, right? Whether it's a friendship, relationship, whatever it is, y'all gotta have the same intentions.
Right.
Fuck all that potential wife, all that shit. If y'all don't have the same,
That's why I took that back.
yeah. And I'm saying this because selfishness is real.
Right.
And when you put yourself in a situation where a kid is involved now,
Right.
it depends on who's more selfish. That's what the relationship ends up being. So I wanted to ask you this question.
You might be right about that.
Yeah, because I want you to realize accountability is where it goes into that selfishness too.
Right.
If both of y'all ain't able to take accountability, it's not going to work, right?
Right.
So the question I have for you, if you in a situation and you having a kid, right?
Okay.
You ain't got your shit together, right?
Right.
But you got this young lady that's actually the mother of your kids,
Right.
and you got to get your shit together so you can be the best way.
Right.
Are you going to struggle and give to her, or are you going to get yourself together all the way and give to her? Do you think that
What do you
depends
mean?
on her attitude, or it depends on what you want to do?
Can I answer
no,
that
if
for
I have-
everybody at the table?
You got it.
No, nobody come before self. You
I
can't-
feel that.
and
But
you
then
can't
that-
get nobody else right if you ain't right.
But-
If you ain't get yourself
Yeah,
right.
but then that's where selfishness comes in on where it can tear away your success. Because if
That's
the
why you gotta
mom,
be moderate with the selfishness.
yeah, because if the mom of your kids is asking of you what you can't give,
Right.
and not being understanding of what
Right.
you can and cannot do,
Right.
how you think that relationship is going to continue? That means that she's going to always take a leg and arm from you and want a hug. Like, how can you give somebody a hug with no arms? So I'm saying,
man.
with that being said, I'm only stating that because you made a statement. You said being married, somebody that you can marry somebody and they selfish as fuck.
Right.
But you just love the type of thrill they give you, or the type of
Yeah.
And
the chase that you go
definitely-
for that. But the kid is number one. So it comes down to, if I'm able to hold something down, but I know it's hard for me to hold it down, but I know
Right.
you ain't got it together all the way.
Right.
That's where it comes into having a great woman as the mother of your kid. If
Right.
the mother of your kid can say, I really need you to get your shit together and give you that space to get your shit together
Yeah.
and take your word on shit.
Yeah.
And I can't lie. It's not that many black men out there.
I think the number one thing that we gotta understand when we having kids by women is we need women that understand that majority of this work, as far as when it comes to raising this child, is going to be up on you. And that's just period. That's just how the fuck it go.
Explain that.
Women
Explain
are
that, because
women are natural.
They're gonna take that differently.
They can feel how they want to feel about it. This is just a real. Women are natural nurturers, and they are the teachers. Period. It's been like that since the beginning of time. People want to argue with facts. Men are not meant to be in the house. Now, whatever we contribute
we don't know if that's a fact or not.
No, that is a fact. Because think about it. The beginning of time, what was the men doing? They was going out and getting the shit and providing.
And hold on, if y'all want to call in,
they was going out and fighting the wars.
If y'all want to call in, the number is 323-900-0478. 323-900-0478. If y'all want to call in,
still to this day, we on the front line.
Make sure y'all call in and
ask some questions.
And we low key probably had some calls. This motherfucker ain't on. This Skype be tripping and shit. But this motherfucker about to be open right now. We about to see if somebody gonna call in on that.
Hey, it's wildin'. How I'm wildin', man?
Because
niggas is always on me. What did I say wrong?
Hey, but I ain't gonna lie. What you said is true though. I personally do feel like women are the people that
bro.
They are. I'm not gonna disagree with you on that.
I don't know. I hope they wasn't saying you was wilding about saying they're the natural nurturers.
They're the natural nurturers and the natural teachers. Women.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
Women got way more patience than men.
Yeah.
Way more. And when it come down to dealing with kids, you need patience.
Yeah. I some women, man. I seen a woman walking down the street the other day cussing her baby the fuck out. Talking about, goddamn well you shouldn't be doing that shit, motherfucker.
Because he know he shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, but now we up. Make sure y'all call in 323-900-0478. Go ahead, though.
And I wish it was baby daddies probably said hundreds of years ago. Who knows? But I just feel like it became a thing since like the 80s or something. I don't know.
That was that song when they came out with that shit. Now, who that is? That's just my baby daddy.
Who that is? My baby daddy.
That's when the shit. Yeah,
was that
that's
Trina
when the shit
or somebody?
got
Who was that?
Nah, that was. I don't think that was.
All right, so
I'm pretty positive it wasn't Trina.
So hip hop,
but it was like some Miami shit. Yeah.
Hip hop definitely, hyped it up or coined the term more. But I just feel like, because when you look back at the black family in like 50s and 60s, there were real family households.
Right.
It was B-Rock and the Bears, my baby daddy.
They even looked at you stupid for having sex out of wedlock back then. You feel me?
Right.
So
Right.
I just feel like we just in this new generation where. We just in a fucked up generation, man.
But I like that y'all brought that up, because I do have I have a follow-up question, which is pretty much why can't men and women compromise when it comes to the kid, right? Yeah. And you made a statement. You said the 80s, 70s. So you got to think about this. During the 60s, going into the 70s, there were two-parent households.
Right.
80s came along. Actually, the crack epidemic, the breakdown of the Black Panthers, all that dismantled the movement of black men being in a household.
Right.
As well, they was going to jail, and then also you have a new policy coming in for welfare.
Right.
Welfare actually makes sure that men that are in jail cannot be there because they're felons. So it says that on your application that if you are
and
harboring,
couldn't live in your house.
Yeah, you couldn't live in your household pretty much if you went to jail. So then you fast forward to now. Now you have a lot of black men that are actually present. They're here. They're actually the products of those men that were in jail or those men that couldn't be in the household.
You have no real leadership.
Yeah. So now you have men that are wanting to be fathers, right? The principle of this now is, where's the disconnection between the man and the woman that makes them not able to compromise? Is it because the woman feels too independent, or is it because the man feels too much of maybe dependent? How do y'all feel about that?
We just don't think the same at all.
Okay.
That's what I come to realize. Like, you know what I'm saying, about a lot of situations. It's like shit that women, like I can be in my relationship and shit that I find offensive or whatever, then guess what? My girl don't. And the same vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Shit that she tripping off of, I'm like, that's some shit that I never allow myself to even think about tripping off of. We just don't think the same.
So the homegirl said, we don't always got the patience. Just like men, we learn to raise kids. It's just that we're taught at an earlier age, pretty much. Yeah. To have that kind of patience.
On how to raise. How? Yeah. We're doing what? Fucking with baby dolls? Some shit that can't cry?
Nah,
can't talk?
They probably had a mother who was a real mother, and so
shout out to
you're experiencing that at a young age. So now when you're in that position, you're like, oh, you ever get to a point like, damn, I'm doing what my dad used to do to me or something like that. It's like you have that positive figure. So now you're able to emulate that, and so you're taught that at a young age.
Yeah.
And so now it's like a lot of us don't even know our dads. Or
Yeah,
we know
so
our dads stay locked up. So
women
it's like,
have more positive figures than us.
Facts.
yes.
Okay, yeah.
I believe that.
I agree with that.
Yes.
Because most women, because if you think about it, 60% of women are in college. 60%.
Now.
Yeah. Are in college.
Right.
So that shows you the ratio is and then that's just to say that's the ratio. 60% of women go to college after they graduate compared to the other counterparts, which means that 40
Black women.
Yeah, which means that 40 and that's a 60% ratio out of 100%, which shows you that the population for black men, because I know black men, we go to college between 26% and 30%. So during that process,
all of them probably don't even finish.
and all of us don't finish, because honestly, it's probably about 7% of us that actually graduate.
That's wild.
But it takes a long percentage of time for us to get that accumulated as well, because we actually take up to 6 to 7 years. But
Well, it take away. It take. I think it's a lot of things that go into that. It take a lot to keep a man's attention.
facts.
You get what I'm saying? That's why you don't see a lot of men in church either, because we just not about to sit through a bunch of bullshit. You
I
get
hear
what I'm
you
saying?
on
We gonna put the facts with the reality of shit, and if it ain't adding up to 2 + 2 is 4, then we the fuck out of there.
We got somebody calling in. Let's see what they got to say. Thank you for calling the Black Barbershop. It's your boy Gotti.
Yo, what's up, man? This is Kevin. I just left not too long ago with Keith, who was up there shooting that content, man.
Hey,
I
what's
just
up,
want to
man?
time on y'all
Come back and shoot us, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah,
Say
yeah.
yeah.
Nah, we'll definitely get that together. But yeah, man, y'all conversation is a dope one, man. And I think, kind of along the lines of, what the guest is saying, I think that it does come down to our, moral reformation as a culture. We really need to take a look at our own morals just as a black culture, like he was talking about as far as just having sex with women with no intention of, marrying or really being with them, or even as you said, Gotti, on the same sense of just being on the same intent.
Right.
Intentions. That's huge. Even if maybe y'all intent might not be to go wherever it is, as long as y'all on the same page.
Right.
Because I feel like the typical family is good, but there's plenty of people who came out of, I guess 2 home families, you know what I'm saying, where the parents might be separated, but they still come out positive. And it could be some things that you can learn as a person growing up in 2 different environments,
Right.
So there are some benefits and cons, but I think regardless of what all that comes in, like I talked about, being on the same page when it comes to the communication, telling the truth, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like right now our culture is very, based on just things that if you do what you hearing and what you seeing people doing, you're going to end up in the same cycle of negativity.
I want to ask you a question, brother.
Yeah.
At what point do we hold the music accountable for some of the shit?
Yes, sir.
I think it's the number one culprit. I didn't want to just throw that in there because I feel like it's so cliche, but it's so true, and people refuse to accept that or make a change when it comes to that.
Nah, that's right.
We can all talk about it being, we all know it's the number one culprit, but we all pumping it.
Yeah.
And it's like we won't. For me, I remember listening to adult music when I was a kid. I remember I had the Snoop Dogg tape, What's My Name? My mom didn't know it was explicit or not. She just, I like this song. I was rapping the whole songs at, 5 years old, not even knowing what I was talking about.
And
what
that's
I'm saying?
why I don't like that type of shit. I don't like that.
But at the same time,
parental
there was something that I was told along with that.
Because people think,
they told me.
People think that don't make a difference. You get what I'm saying? And what you got to understand is, guess what? Mom and Dad, if I feel like Snoop Dogg is cooler than y'all, then guess who the fuck I'm listening to?
Snoop
Dogg.
I'm going to listen to Snoop and what he's saying.
He crippin'.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
old and
y'all can tell me whatever the fuck y'all want to tell me. Like, my mom did a great job.
Yeah.
My mom did the best job that she could
can't
possibly
hide
do
everything.
is raising me. But guess what? I had some underlining shit that was also raising me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was the music I was listening to.
Yes, sir.
But nah, man, we appreciate you calling in, man. Appreciate that. We needed that.
Yeah, man. Y'all keep doing y'all thing, man.
I appreciate it. Thanks for tapping in.
Hey, when I look at my family dynamics, right? I have my mom's side, and then my dad's side. My mom, like I said, she had 6 kids. My grandma raised 5 of us, all different men. My dad have 5 siblings. My dad is the only one who's not married, and they've all been married 20, 30, 40 years, and they're, Christians. My grandmother Christian too, but it's just like
the foundation is different on both sides.
Yes, it is. But so when I see that, so I'm raised by my grandmother, and so she's doing her best, to do what she do. But on holidays, when I go to my dad's side, it's like I'm seeing, oh damn, they got a nice house.
Yeah, this shit is
backyard. Nice. And I remember this killed me one time when I was young. They had a family tree, a Petrie family tree. You feel me? My grandparents from New Orleans. The last name is French. We colonized by the French. And so it showed it was my dad and all his sisters and brothers, my uncles and aunts. They all had, the branch. It was 2, husband and wife, go down and all that. My dad's name was up there by itself with me, my other brother. And it was just like, dang, I was like, dang, Pops, like, what's up, homie? Like, and then so it's like when I went to jail, it's kind of like I fed into that. All my other cousins, they don't go to jail.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, some of my cousins did, but it's like, for the most part, the vast majority of my family on that side,
the opportunity was scarce on their behalf
yeah,
rather than yours.
And so that's why I just feel like with the work I'm doing now, it's like I feel like I prove a lot of people wrong. Not even saying people expected me to fail, but it's just like when you look at how you were raised and your background,
So I got a question to you.
Keep on keeping that on, bro.
So I got a question to you. And shout out to your lady that's in here and all that. But this is the question I do have for you.
All right.
You have your own standards, right? Okay. On what you would like to see, and I hope y'all had that conversation too, which y'all both expect from each other, right? Right. But the real question to that is,
niggas in the 60s, baby mama.
They did though.
Nah, that's true though.
They was really having
they
families.
talk about Martin Luther King a lot,
bro.
They said he had a lot
bro,
of
they was
he was a womanizer. They said that.
They was doing this shit since the beginning of time, bro.
Yeah, but hold on, let me pose this question to you.
All right.
So let's say you have all your standards on what you want from her when you have a kid, right?
Okay.
And let's just say she holds back.
Okay.
Which means she's not delivering her portion of what she says she would.
Standard. Okay.
Right?
But now
God
something
forbid,
that she said she would though.
Yeah, something that she said she would. Something that y'all discussed.
Okay.
Now let's say God forbid y'all break up, right?
Right.
Let's say everything that y'all talked about doesn't even matter no more.
Right.
It's just what she want.
Okay.
How are you gonna deal with that?
That happens.
I'm only
that's
asking,
my baby mama currently today.
Yeah.
I'm only asking that to say you made a statement earlier, which is you want to make sure you keep the gatekeeper happy.
Right.
How can you keep somebody happy like that?
Yeah. That's difficult because I haven't experienced that, But I guess from the outside looking in, it's like, don't get me wrong. Like some of my homies, I can't say no names.
Right.
I see what they go through with their baby moms. You feel me? Like he just come pick me up. Where you at? You with a bitch?
Right.
It's like, dang, bro. It's like the homie went 2 or 3 different places. She like, obviously she got his location.
Right.
You just went 3 places in 10 minutes. Like it's like, dang, can I breathe? But so for like some women are just like that. I feel like it's inevitable. It's like you can't even do nothing about that. But man, I don't know. I just feel like at that point you gotta just, if it's just like I'm
only trying to put you up on game because you just said something. You said some women are like that.
Yeah.
Once that baby come, I don't know what type of medicine go to their brain.
Yeah.
It's like
they different.
They whole other people.
Yeah.
And I'm only putting you. I'm not trying to put you down over there.
I hope and wish.
I'm not trying to put you down, Queen.
From Spelman. So
hey, shout out to Spelman.
Shout out to Spelman. Yeah, shout out
to
both y'all.
But I'm only bringing this up because the question now is, what's going to keep you being a good baby daddy if you're dealing with that?
I mean,
see that your friends going through it, right?
That could deteriorate you.
Right?
It could stress you out. It could cause depression.
Nah, for real.
And so I feel like that's why a lot of men, they forget that baby then. And it ain't even, I love my kid, but it's like, if I have to experience this and deal with this just to see my kid, then I'm sorry I can't do that.
Is that wrong, though? Because that's the real question for tonight. Is that wrong?
It is
wrong.
It definitely
is wrong.
As a man, no matter what the woman say, you should always do what you got to do to see and provide for that kid. Even if you got to fight, not literally fight. But go to court. That's a whole nother subject. Fight. I'm a fighter. You feel me? Stand on what you believe in. And don't give up, because that's your kid. It's like, how are you sleeping as a man that night knowing you have a kid you haven't seen in months, even if it is the mother fault? No,
I always wondered that, you know what I'm saying? And I think I think we kind of programmed mentally as far as when it come to our kids, because a lot of us didn't have our dad around.
Yeah.
Like I ain't.
Yeah, I'm not going.
I'm
with
trying
that,
to
right?
think. Yeah, probably like I don't.
Yeah.
I ain't never had the nigga.
The man
around.
I was looking up to was Lil Wayne. That's my favorite rapper. The big homies in the
Right.
set. You
Yeah.
feel me? So it's like
I for sure can't
honestly,
listen to Lil Wayne no more.
I don't have no positive father figure. Why you can't listen to Wayne no more?
Cause he the same shit we was just talking about with the caller.
Yeah.
Beat that pussy up,
Yeah.
beat that pussy up. He said, beat that pussy. Like,
Yeah.
damn, how many times you gonna say that shit, Lil
Yeah.
Wayne? I need some
Yeah.
growth.
He got a
in
whole
your
song
fucking music.
called Pussy My Stain.
You feel me?
He said it
I
like
need some
1,000
motherfucking growth in your
times.
music. I'm too
Yeah.
old to be listening
You know
to
why?
that shit.
You know why?
Shout out to Dick Pleaser. I like
you know
that
why I
song.
don't like Lil Wayne no more? He killed that Was Papa remix, by the way. That sounded like the old Wayne. But it's like, even when he speak bullshit in raps, right? You still listen to it. You still be like, damn, this nigga's a genius. Like, this nigga's smart. How you think of that? How you say that? How you make them words rhyme like that?
Mm-hmm.
So even if you're saying some negative shit, like, obviously we could tell you're intellectual. I just hate when he's asked questions like, how do you feel about Black Lives Matter?
Oh, yeah,
and things.
he don't.
We don't give a fuck about
A
'cause you
nigga
got
from New
saved by a
Orleans.
white cop.
A nigga in New Orleans from the projects don't got nothing to
just
say about black
That just
issues.
happened to be a good cop who saved you. That don't
Yeah.
exclude the racism that's going on.
He's
you
a
went
clown.
from songs. You went from making songs like Georgia Bush. You feel me?
Yeah, he's a clown.
To my life matter, especially to my bitches. That's what he
Yeah,
told
he's
the lady.
weird.
Like, come on, man. But that's Wayne, man. It's
Yeah,
like you,
so
you
we-
say all this sophisticated stuff. Then when you get a time to say something for the culture, you know, you let us down, man.
So you know what? Just to say it, we about to get a whole hip hop population, especially when it come to rap. I say we giving them a lineup right now because it seems like what we hearing right now in music is what's actually being portrayed in real life.
Yeah.
Right, but they only rapping about in music what's being portrayed in real life. So it's like, how do you say which one is influencing the other one? Because when I get on this mic, I'm rapping about shit that I've been through and that I've seen.
But how are you rapping about it though?
Nah, that's
in
true.
the process, are you downing women? You feel me? In that process,
Nah, they
or
definitely
the
do that.
only problem you have is what car you gonna drive today?
Hey, but maybe
No,
maybe we own to something. Maybe this is what's fucking up our culture because if you think about it,
bro, I've been
who's
saying that
running
since
hip hop
day one, bro.
The Jews,
and who was the Jews?
they actually Jewish. They're not the Jews. They're Jewish.
So if they
hold
allowing
on.
this, if they allowing
Ain't
this
nobody gonna
content,
slam me where I'm start apologizing tomorrow and shit.
right?
Is
But
they?
but if
Hey.
but if they allowing this, right? If they allowing us to put out this content to our own people,
Oh, they
and
gon-
obviously other people that's listening,
They
as
gonna
well,
allow
Yeah.
us to put out
They
anything
gonna allow us-
detrimental
they
to
gon-
our people.
So-
right.
So it's I blame both parties. One party being the record labels. It's three main labels. It's Sony, Universal. I forget the other one. I want to say Warner or something. But
It might be Warner.
I wrote a paper on this a few years ago for school. Of all the Billboard 100 hits, it was like 80 or 90% of them came from these three record labels. That means they're the ones deciding, sitting at these tables, deciding what types of music we're going to put out. My homie was signed.
Mm-hmm.
He got dope music, you know, but they want to put out this, you know, like that hot single or something. You feel me?
They
at
push a nigga like 6ix9ine.
Right. And so, look, so you could blame them because they're only going to continue to put out what people are consuming.
Right.
So that also goes to us as not only the consumer, but this artist. And I get it. You from the hood. You grew up in poverty, from the projects. You get offered this amount of money. You take it and run with it. But that's when we got to stop fucking selling out. You feel me? We got a lot of sellouts. I feel like as a rapper, you like a preacher. It's like whatever you say, you're venting this to the masses.
Nah,
and,
most
and as
definitely.
listeners, it's like food. When you listen to this music, is it benefiting you or is it harming you? Is it
was
healthy food or is it bad food? And 90% of it is not good food. So you're consuming these things that even though people could argue, oh, I listen to music, but it don't have no effect on me.
Yeah.
Consciously and subconsciously, it has an effect on you. Ever listen to music, some turned up shit, then you
Lil
look
Wayne.
up, you in an argument with somebody, and it's like, damn, what the hell happened? You feel me? Or even when you driving, you drive fast because the music more turned up. It plays a role in your everyday life.
Lil Wayne had a song called Hoes.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite Lil Wayne songs. Yeah.
Let's just talk about
But it was one of my favorite songs by Lil Wayne because I just loved how he said "bitch" in the song. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like he was a rapper.
It was
that
a
made
mood.
It's like you can't say a line without bitch.
Yeah.
Big
It was really
time
like
high.
a mood for me at that time because it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, say that shit. Like, I'm not listening to it if you ain't saying it.
Yeah. And so don't get me wrong. It's like we are humans. We have different sides. You know, a lot of people bring up Tupac as an example. You know, he has songs like Brenda Got a Baby, then I Get Around.
Keep Your
and,
Head
you know,
Up.
Keep Your Head Up. And, you know,
Man.
about his mom. So as artists, you know, you do want to be diverse and you have different identities.
It ain't
you know?
no
You have
more.
different
It ain't no
feelings.
more diversity in today's rap, and I think that's
Oh,
what
no.
it is.
Everybody sound like Atlanta.
I wouldn't say that. We got niggas like, we got Cole.
It's the music that's being broadcasted.
Cole.
It's the
We
music that's
we
being
only got
promoted.
Cole.
That's all the same.
We got Cole.
Kendrick.
And you got Kendrick.
Kendrick ain't coming back, bro. He had a baby. He chilling. He ain't worried about nobody right now.
You got Cole and you got Kendrick, though. Kendrick then made some songs.
Hey, the black women not feeling cold right now.
Why?
Y'all don't remember that whole little thing that happened?
I don't know what happened with him.
I don't want to say the wrong thing that happened, but basically he a girl named No Name or something. She made a song. And I guess he felt like it was aimed towards him because she was saying, like, where are these celebrities at during this time of all the
Right.
Black Lives Matter? So he responded with the song. And in his song, you know, he was just saying how, you know, you may be smarter than me. You know, if it's something I'm doing wrong, let me know. I just felt like he was real vulnerable and transparent. And if anything, he was, like, saying, you know what, teach me then. But people took it the wrong way. In my opinion, they took it the wrong way. And they were trying to say, oh, you really took the time out to address me and respond to me and not
Respond to the
things
Black Lives Matter that's
Black
going
and
on.
Breonna Taylor.
Right.
And, you know, women needs to be
But
protected.
Cole be out there on that front line.
And so, look, and
how
that was
could a
nothing.
nigga ever
Cole
say
was
that?
out there in the protest.
Yeah,
and I just
yeah.
feel like people like Cole is like, look at his track record. Look at his history. His whole music. He's been talking about everything that's going on. So now when it happens, I get it. You may be expecting for them to come to the forefront. But it's like,
What do you have
me
to say in
personally, I would
reality?
feel like I've been talking
Yeah.
about this my whole
I
career.
bet, yeah.
Now you want to
And ain't-
condemn me?
Yeah,
'Cause-
exactly.
And then in that song, it seemed like he was dealing with things personally. So it's like, yo, can I deal? I'm still struggling from seeing this nigga. I mean, not excuse my language, but from seeing George Floyd get his neck knelt on for 10 minutes. You
Right.
feel me? So
I feel like that's what we always do to our heroes, though, or like the people that do
Yeah,
stand up
man.
for us. It's like you can almost never do enough.
yeah,
And that, like I said earlier with Nick Cannon, I'm not going to condemn him for doing it. I gave him a lineup for apologizing,
Yeah.
but only because I wish that he would have stood firm on his word.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to turn my back
Yeah.
on Nick Cannon and call him a sellout.
Hey, and I just go back to going, even, you know, what Nipsey was always advocating, ownership. It's like, at the end of the day,
Exactly.
that's not it's not, I don't know what was in the contracts, but it's like, yo, that's not your show, man.
not your
Nah,
shit.
man. Shout out
It
to
ain't even MTV, it's Viacom.
Yeah.
Shout
And
out-
somebody probably over them.
Nah, for real. Shout out to everybody that's actually taking ownership and making sure they making those moves.
Yeah.
Nah, man. But we finna go into another segment. Before we go into another segment, I do want to wrap up with one more question. Just because we probably gonna do a part 2 of this what is a good baby daddy? Because I know we going in and out. We going in and out. But the topic of conversation is deep because, you know, it's a lot we can say on our end, but we probably do need a woman here just so we can hear her side.
Yeah.
But
Oh, for sure, for
but
sure.
I do want to ask this question because it kind of leads to this. What should men understand about women who have kids for them that could get them through hard times? Like, if a guy has a baby mama who's very disrespectful,
Right.
doing all this shit on the side, what should we be telling these men out here to keep their head up? Because they don't have to be there. We
Yeah.
know we had a whole generation of men who probably still paying child support to this
Yeah.
day because they just got a job. They've been hustling because they're not trying to give no child support.
Yeah.
What should we be
We
telling
had a
them?
whole generation of men just ghosted on their kids.
Right.
Got the fuck out of there
Right.
and never returned. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And we seen that.
And we don't know their stories. We don't know why they left. Honest to God, we never hear their side because all we know in our light, and I'm not going to take away from any women, but we only know the women's side.
Right.
We don't know the men's side.
And as we know, that's not always the side.
Yeah.
But what should we be telling our brothers out there who would like to fold? Because right now, man, I ain't gonna lie, man.
It's tough.
These women is disrespectful.
Nah,
Yeah.
if
Like-
it's anything worth, if the only thing I'm gonna say, if it's anything worth fighting for in this whole world, it got to be your kid.
You'll
Right.
see for sure.
No
for
matter
sure.
what, or if it's your mom, her, The system, you gotta fight, man.
Fuck all them.
Yeah.
You gotta do it for them kids.
What I want to say on my personal experience is your kids will see your growth and they will see what you are capable of doing.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll start asking the right questions to get the right answers.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't have to put everything in their face at once because you feel overwhelmed to let them know. Don't put your kids in that position to understand adult life.
Right.
Let them
And
ask the questions for them to
I hate
understand.
that too.
Yeah, don't pick and choose none of that.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm
Try to make the
I'm
kid
only
pick
putting.
and choose.
I
You
needed
like
that.
Daddy or mommy
Yeah,
better.
I needed that.
Yeah, I'm only putting that out there because we get as men, I'm speaking for men. We get to a point where we feel like our kids should be knowing the truth, right? But in our reality, it doesn't matter. Your character shows more. Your character will
Right.
outshine all the negativity that
Right.
that other parent is putting on you, right? So I want us to really
Kids
make sure we
know.
keep our head up and make sure that we are doing what we need to do because, as we said, it's for our seed. We want to make sure our seed know that we're there. But it gets to that point where they will start asking the right questions. They will get the right answers. But yeah, man, y'all want to wrap up on that by any chance, and then we get into this or that?
You know, just to address black women.
Yeah, to address
And of
black
course,
women.
I can address the contrary, but I'm just speaking for men right now. You know, as black men in America, not just men, as black men, in addition to, you know, our struggles with our baby mamas or whatever the case is, like, we deal with a lot of things, man. We got to worry about our own homies killing us. We got to worry about rival gang members killing us. We got to worry about white people killing us, the police killing us. You know, we got to worry about how we going to get a job. We got to worry about how we going to pay for school, you know. And so it's
We gotta
like,
be protectors.
we dealing with
It
the
ain't
lives,
enough said
you know.
about that. Like,
And that's not to say, you know, cut us some slack. But, yeah, cut us some fucking slack sometime, you know.
or just realize that your nigga could be going through shit. I think a
Yeah.
lot of times females think they the only ones that can go through some shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
am I good? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Check on me sometime. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? See
And
if
that
I'm
just
good.
go back
Check
to-
on your nigga sometime. He might not be
Yeah.
good. He might be going through
That
shit.
that
Right.
alludes to, like, you know, the just mental health as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Cause
like,
I don't live in the city right now,
Yeah.
right? I moved an hour away, but
Yeah.
but I work in the city still,
Yeah.
and I grew up here.
moving on
And
up. Look at it.
And I be telling, nah, it's not even that, but you know, that's where
Yeah.
where the fuck we need to go. Get
Facts.
the fuck out the way,
right.
Right.
Because when I'm here, guess what? I still got to be mindful of where I can stop and get food.
Yeah, you got.
I still,
you got the hat on.
Yeah. You know what? I was just joking about this shit the other day. I haven't wore this motherfucker since I was in high school.
Wow.
This is my first hat like this, and I bought this because I just went to Mexico. I knew I was
Yeah.
gonna be out the way.
Yeah, I'm
you
good.
know what
I
I'm
can
saying?
wear this in Mexico.
Yeah. But I haven't worn this hat since high school. But we still have to be mindful of every fucking thing we do. We can't
Right.
even wear certain hats.
Yeah.
We can't stop right here to get gas.
Yeah.
Even though it's late and I'm on fucking E,
Yeah.
I got to risk
Bro, I struggled.
my car running out of gas because
I only want
I
to go to the gas
gotta
station
drive
right
at
here.
least about 15, 20 minutes down this way before I can stop anywhere.
Hey,
Yeah.
but you want to know the coldest part? Sometimes, like, you don't even bang, bro, but they the enemies. Just
Yeah.
because. They just the enemies, like, that's not the area you from. So you know you an
That's
enemy.
facts. That's
and then
facts.
it's like when you go in certain places, the biggest thing that people don't understand, being from LA, being a black man, is when you going somewhere, there's a type of, you know, there's a type of stature you gotta have. You
Yeah.
have to have. They gonna fuck you over.
Yeah.
Like you
They
don't want to
gonna
be a
prey upon
gangster.
you
You
if
don't
you
want to
leave.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be over hard.
You
but
can't
you
look
don't
like
wanna-
a guppy,
Yeah,
but
but
you
you
can't
don't
be
want to
looking
look
over
soft.
hard.
Yeah, you don't want to look
Y'all
soft.
be right
So
in the middle.
so being in that middle portion is always hard because you going into a store and let's just say you know what
I'm
I'm saying?
looking at you.
Yeah,
Fire show.
yeah, you
I'm
look.
looking-
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
you looking at me, I'm looking at you. I'm gonna give you eye contact, but at the same
a
time,
quick second.
I'm not finna give you that eye contact to let you know I want a problem, right?
Yeah, no.
Right.
So that's the problem with when we say we deal with shit that women will never understand.
You gotta give eye contact.
Never
'Cause if you look
understand.
at the ground, your chain might be off.
You feel
Right.
me? It's a lot of shit.
It's like you give
Or you
enough-
might be on the ground.
You give enough eye contact to let them know, like,
Yeah.
but not too much to where it's like I'm mean muggy you. 'Cause
Yeah.
now-
Or sometimes you just gotta have all positive energy so the nigga won't bang on you. Like, what's the deal, bro? How
Oh,
you
hey,
doing?
hey. Yeah,
and the
yeah.
nigga like, oh, this nigga cool as
Yeah.
fuck.
Hey, I
Because
ain't gonna hold you.
oh, hold on, we got somebody calling in. Let's see who this is right here. Thank you for calling into the Black Barbershop. It's your boy Gotti. Welcome to the Black Barbershop. Who is we speaking with? Hello? Oh, they just hung up on it like boom, just like that. All right, for sure. Shout out to the homegirl Yeti. Yeti said, regardless of your relationship that goes on with your partner, your kids will always know that you're in their life pretty much because that's your kid. They always gonna be your kid.
Fact.
Not your partner, but your kids' life. Oh, my bad. I'm rereading something. She said kids will always grow up to understand what happened. They'll look back and realize what actually happened. So I think that's true. I personally feel like if you put the energy in to be the great the parent that you can be, your kids is always gonna know what type of person you are.
Right.
But yeah, man, going into our section, let's go into this or that. We finna go into that section, and let's see what y'all think. So this or that, you gotta choose one. All right.
All right.
So this for both of y'all. Stussy or Supreme?
Supreme.
I never owned neither one of them,
Me
but I
either.
fuck with Supreme.
I go
Okay,
with
for
Supreme.
sure. I'm gonna go with Stussy.
All right.
Wingstop or Goldenberg?
Golden Bird. Day one jungle shit.
Yeah, Goldenberg.
Goldenberg
fire,
for
bro.
sure. We just
So like
Goldenberg.
one of them left.
we some
ain't
ni-
Goldenberg
hey, we some
fire
90 we
as
some we
fuck.
some 90 babies. That's really what it is.
it?
Monica or Brandy?
Brandy.
What you talking about? Singing wise or looks?
Monica or Brandy?
Monica,
Give me Monica.
All right, I'm gonna go with Brandy because I love Moesha.
Yeah, that's right.
Ray J or Soulja Boy?
Soulja
What?
Boy. I'm rocking with Soulja Boy.
I'm a Ray J fan. I fuck with Ray J. Give me Ray J.
Yeah,
Hey.
I like that. I wish though. That's one of my favorite songs.
Hey, I fuck with Ray J too, man. I got a whole
Yeah,
bunch
I
of
became
crazies.
more of a fan during the whole reality TV shit though.
He hit it
okay.
first.
RJ or Joe Moses?
RJ.
I'm a rock with RJ.
All right,
He
I'm a-
more lyrical.
I'm gonna rock with RJ too. So this is for sports fan. Some women might not know, but PJ Tucker or Devin Booker?
Devin Booker, easy. He
Devin
scored
Booker.
71.
I'm
Come
just
on now.
asking.
He
Devin
scored
Booker.
70.
All right, I'm gonna go with Devin Booker as well. G wagon or Porsche truck?
Porsche truck.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with the wagon, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's
go
classic.
with the
The
wagon.
wagon
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the
classic.
wagon.
I'm gonna go with the
Yeah.
wagon.
I'm gonna go with the wagon.
I'm gonna go with Matt Black too, just because I'm going out there. 105 or 10 freeway? I'm sorry, 105 or 10 freeway?
10 all day.
I'm a 105, baby.
105?
Yeah, I ain't no 105,
All right,
baby.
I'm a 10 baby too.
Yeah.
All right,
Hey, the
beach.
10 take you all the way to Atlanta.
All right, I got you.
Do it.
Beach.
Nah, but in the area, I think.
Yeah.
It goes straight across. Literally, you can take all the way to Florida.
Is that right?
Damn,
Yeah.
I
drove
didn't know
from
that
Florida
either.
to Cali one time on the 10.
On a 10.
Yeah.
I got
That
one
10
for
a
you.
motherfucker. I live off the 10 right now.
I got one for
Right
you.
off the 10.
All
Got one for
we're
you.
waiting for it.
Beach house or Hollywood Hills?
Hollywood Hills.
You know,
We just went to the beach.
no, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Hollywood
'Cause
Hills.
I could drive
Just
to
'cause
the
I've
beach.
been no. I hate Hollywood Hills because I hate coming down the motherfucker.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
It's like
Mulholland
the worst,
Drive.
It's like it's like the worst shit ever. But the nights that I've had in
That
the Hollywood
view.
Hills is probably like
Classic, epic.
top ever.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
with beach house.
All right.
I'm gonna go with beach house.
Yeah.
All right, cinnamon toast crunch or honey bunches of oats?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah,
All right,
Cinnamon
cinnamon toast. All right, I'm
you
gonna
should
go
have had
cinnamon
crunch
toast.
berries on there though. That's the best.
I was gonna put that.
That's
too.
the best
crazy.
cereal of all time.
All right, I got one for you. Cinnamon. I'm sorry. Juice or soda?
Juice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with juice too.
Yeah.
I don't drink soda.
Juice is healthy.
All right, we're gonna go with juice. Imperial or Rosecrans?
Imperial.
Yeah, Imperial.
Imperial. I'm gonna go with Imperial.
Imperial nigga.
All right, last question. Roscoe's or Doolins?
Roscoe's.
Ooh. I'm gonna be that nigga that's gonna say Doolins. I'm not picking Roscoe's over Doolins. Never.
Yeah.
Roscoe's is some
I only
shit.
had Doolins a couple
yeah,
times. Though,
Doolins is too heat.
I'm gonna go with Roscoe's.
Mm.
All right, for sure.
That's
So-
some West LA shit.
All right, so don't F my cut up. We going into that portion right now. Don't F my cut up. Let's see if y'all can get these song lyrics. It's a brother upstate that didn't get that break. Say that one more time. It's a brother upstate that didn't get that break. You know this too, Ace.
Oh man.
Ooh.
You said the artist or the song?
It could
Name.
be an artist or the song.
My guess is Plies. I don't know.
Nah,
I'm
it's
probably
not
wrong.
Plies.
Is that Ye?
Nah. I thought you would have got this too.
Boosie.
It ain't Yay. No, ain't Boosie either.
I
I didn't get a chance to really
It's a
think.
brother upstate that didn't get that break.
Oh, can you say it how they said
That's
it?
how he said it.
It's a
It's a brother upstate that didn't get that break.
I don't know.
Give us a hint.
My nigga Jada Kids, why?
Oh, okay.
Come on, my nigga.
You know that. You knew that though. You knew that
All
though. All right, here we go, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, you got my intentions. You making me want to say.
Dang. Is that a singing song? Like an R&B song?
You got my intentions. You making me want to say.
Wait, hold on.
I don't know that one. Boogie.
Nah, y'all niggas know this shit. This a hitter.
Can you say it how they said it?
I can't say it how they say it. That's the whole principle of the
I want to say Usher for some reason.
It's not. You close to it though. You close to it.
Genuine.
Nah.
Wait, hold on.
You close to it though.
Chris Brown.
Yeah, Chris Brown. Yo.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
You
what's
got
up,
my
yeah.
attention. You
You're
making me want to
say
say yeah.
You gotta, bro.
I got some good ones
Bro,
though.
you cut a whole sentence short.
You supposed to say yeah.
Yeah, you gotta
the
say
yeah
other
part.
parts
I
of
can't-
the song.
I can't say the whole song because it went to the
But you
hook.
gotta pick another part of the song to
Look,
say.
look.
'Cause we,
Hey, Ace.
I think it's switch.
At least
got the whole.
you should at least say yeah on that part.
I would have never
guessed.
guessed that shit. It's like I know the song, but I would have never guessed it.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
A
your
nigga
name,
faded
but
bitch says she
excuse
pregnant,
me,
but she ain't finna. Y'all know this.
a nigga.
Huh?
Wait.
Y'all ready?
I want to say Blueface
A
just
nigga
because it
faded,
sounded
bitch.
stupid.
Says she pregnant, but I ain't finna claim that shit.
I'm 0 for 3.
Yeah, I was.
She
gonna
was
say
dipping and
Blueface.
sipping, dipping and sipping, dipping and sipping. YG 400.
Oh, okay.
That's a new song.
Nah, it's a pillow
That was off
talking.
the re-up mixtape.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So we about to wrap up. We finna go into our takeaways. So yeah, man.
What made you choose them lyrics?
Because I was trying to get him off. Because
That nigga crazy.
they be having some lyrics for me, boy. I don't be knowing what it is.
All
My nigga
right.
be going retro 90 on me or early 2000 sometimes.
All right.
All right. So my this section is pretty much we about to close out the
You
show.
went to Dominguez Hills?
Nah, I work here. I
Oh.
work here.
Oh yeah.
All right. So what do you want people to take away from this conversation? If you can have them take away anything.
What I want them to take away is start over. I messed up.
You good?
Was that on
Go
live,
ahead,
bro?
Nah,
All right.
you good. Go ahead.
What I want people to take away from this conversation is, we just got we got to get rid of the notions in terms of baby's daddy and baby's mom, because that automatically have a negative connotation. The root of it is, you need to know the people you're dealing with and having sexual relationships with prior to it leading to y'all having a baby together. Because, if you don't know who you're dealing with, you for sure gonna find out when you had that baby.
You know what I like to say?
That's facts. That's facts.
It's a good saying of mine. You don't know people till you know them. You know what I'm saying?
And you're gonna find out eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, my takeaway that I want everybody to take away from, and it's actually inspired by this young man right here, is I got this saying that I just been going by. Like, I've been saying it to myself, and it just stuck with me. I was talking about the key to success, and this shit that just keep replaying in my head is whatever you do, don't stop.
Consistency.
Yeah. Whatever you do, don't stop. And like, our circumstances, we don't have to let that shit be our reality. You get what I'm saying? That's just a period of time that we grew up in, and obviously, we made it out because we still here.
Right.
And we got the opportunity to do some good shit with our life if we still just stay the course, you know what I'm saying? And don't give up and don't fall into the trap that everybody else fell into, going to jail, killing people, being fucked up daddies to our kids, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, all that shit. So, yeah, that's my takeaway.
Man, I appreciate y'all takeaway. So we finna close out the show. I mean, my takeaway is pretty much be positive. Don't let nothing, don't let nothing break you. You feel me? You got to make sure you stay fluent in whatever you're doing. Like they just said, make sure you continue doing what you're doing. I know it's a lot of people out there who still have questions, so we probably going to do a part 2 to this. But what is a good baby daddy? I feel like the real definition of what is a good baby daddy is actually knowing that you're going to be a father to your child regardless of any circumstances or barriers or hardships that you may face. So make sure y'all keep y'all heads up, black men. Don't fold. And, yeah, man, thank y'all for tuning into the Black Barbershop. It's your boy Gotti.
Yes, sir.
Y'all my nigga Alton. And then my nigga Ace Boogie. And we out here and y'all have a great Taco Tuesday.
And we out.